progress.
Hello, welcome to Qigong with Anne. This is the first class in a 14-day seated Qigong practice. And I just want to give you an overview of what this is all about. So Qigong, Qi means life force energy. It's prana, it's life, it's breath, it's what gives you the energy to do what you want to do. And Gong means to cultivate or to practice. So when we're doing Qigong, we are using our breath, we're using present mind awareness to bring health and healing to the body, mind, and spirit. And in traditional Chinese medicine, Qigong has 4 pillars. One of the pillars is acupressure massage. So if you've ever had acupuncture and they're putting needles into your body, they connect to meridians that are rivers of energy that connect to your organs to bring health and healing to your body, mind, and spirit. So I will be showing you some different acupressure points and we'll be tapping the body to help clear out old heavy energy. Qigong also has flowing movements. So if you've ever seen Tai Chi in the park of people doing movements, that's connected to Qigong as well. And we use our breath, many different types of breathing to bring healing to the body. And most importantly is present mind awareness. Because when you're in the present moment, this is where you can access the healing that your body knows how to do. So when you do that over time, you will notice a lot of changes can happen in your body, mind, and spirit. And Qigong is not fast. We do a movement, and that's the yang, and then we come into stillness, and stillness is yin. And both of them are equally important. So living in the West, our world really focuses on being productive and moving and always doing things. And most of us feel uncomfortable if we sit, if we relax, if we're not doing anything. You know, you might have ideas in the back of the mind that you're lazy or you're not doing enough. But actually in Chinese medicine, we learned that you have to have both. You can't just be productive all the time. You're going to burn out or you're going to hurt your body. And so this is an important realization that when you sit in stillness, it's as equally as important as when you're moving. So how we begin is we do a seated wuji. And so I just want you to come into the awareness of your feet connected to the earth. I want you to, if you can, push your big toe down and your pinky, and then just rock your feet side to side so that you're activating the soles of your feet. And in the center of the bottom of your foot is a point called bubbling springs. This is kidney 1. That's the meridian. And you're going to inhale through your nose and just let the energy go down your body to your feet. And then I want you to imagine you open this point like a little gate and you send roots down into the earth. Just use your mind. Just visualize roots spiraling down into the earth, grounding you down. And then in seated Qigong, it's really important that you sit tall. So I'm not leaning against the back of my chair. I'm sitting forward on the chair. My knees are about shoulder width apart and my feet are pointing forwards. So my spine is long, giving my organs and my lungs space to work. My shoulders are relaxed. So sometimes we just roll the shoulders and then we let them soften. Your arms can be like loose at your sides. Your palms can be resting on your knees. And then we tuck in our chin. Often our heads are too far forward. So we want to tuck in our chin. And then there's a point at the top of your head. This is called Bai Wei. It's a point where 100 meridians meet. And you imagine a golden thread lifting up to the sky. So your upper body is lifting while the lower body is sinking down to the earth. And in Chinese medicine, there's a column of light that flows from the crown down through your brain, through your spine, to your perineum between your legs. That's right where the anus is. And that column of light is connecting to the energy of the earth. So yin energy is flowing up into your body, and then the yang energy of the sky is flowing down. So your body is a conduit between the sky or the heavens and from the earth below. And so the first treasure of qigong is just your body alignment. So you're sitting tall, there's space in your organs, your feet are connected to the earth, your crown is open to the sky. The second treasure is your breath. And we do something that's called dantian breathing. So you have 3 big energy centers in the body. The first one is below your navel, about 2 inches. And this lower dantian is connected to your physical body, your health and strength. So if you've ever done yoga, yoga talks about the chakras. We use chakras in Chinese medicine too. But we also have these 3 big energy centers. So we just breathe in through our nose. You fill and expand the belly. And you slowly breathe out the nose again. Belly comes back to spine. This is called dantian breathing. So we try to do LSD. Long, slow, and deep. And we slowly breathe out. Belly comes back to the spine. No forcing. You just do it gently. You breathe in. Fill the belly. You can feel your ribs expanding. And then we slowly breathe out. And when we start to slow the breath, what starts to happen is the body switches from being in a state of like panic and anxiety and hyper awareness, and it comes to a place of relaxation where the body can start healing itself. That's why it's a treasure. It's your second treasure. Your breath is your key to the present moment. And then that flows into our third treasure. So we just lift our hands, palms face up on either side. And in qigong, we make a separation. So you put your past into one hand, anything that was happening before you started this recording, your childhood, your whole life. And then you put your future in the other hand, what you're going to do after class and this week and this year, the rest of your life. And as you inhale, you start to lift the hands, and like grains of sand, the past and the future fall away. And you bring your hands to heart center and you rest your thumbs on this powerful point. It's called CV17. And that opens your heart. And you commit to try to stay present while we practice qigong. So when thoughts and feelings come, you just treat them like clouds. They come in, they go out, and you come back to your breath and being present as you're doing your practice. So we'll just ring the bell 3 times, and the bell is to remind you of your 3 treasures. So the first one is your body. Sitting tall, feeling your feet connected to the earth, your crown open to the sky, letting the sound wash through your body. Coming to your breath, filling your belly as you breathe in, and letting the belly come back to the spine as you breathe out. Coming to your mind, and we bring a beautiful smile to our face. You let that smiling energy radiate up to your eyes, and then you draw that energy down to your heart, and you smile to your heart, and you feel grateful for all that your heart has done for you this whole lifetime. Okay, so depending on how your body works, you might have to modify what I'm showing you. You can always use your mind to imagine you're doing what I'm doing. If you can only use one arm, that's okay. If one of your legs doesn't do what it wants to do, just imagine it's doing it with you, okay? So we are going to do a little Paida massage. So we're going to rub our hands together. This brings good qi to your hands. And you have a beautiful point in the center of your hand called Lao Gong. And this is when you can send energy out of your hand. We do this naturally and instinctively. So if a child falls and hurts their knee and they come to show you their boo-boo, the first thing we do is we put our hand over the knee. And it's actually sending energy for healing in. So we rub our hands, we wake up our hands, and we give a little clap. And then I just tap my fingertips together. These are the Tingwell points. And we're going to come onto the top of the head. This is called Dragon Runs Through the Forest. So I'm going to start here, and I'm just going to let my nails go over my scalp and down the base of my head and off. And then I just move out like a centimeter, and I do it again. So we have a lot of yang meridians that run through our scalp, and this brings blood and circulation to the brain. It helps to wake you up, especially when we've been working on computers or doing stuff where we feel kind of foggy and tired. So just enjoy the sensation, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. We're purging right now. We're moving old, heavy energy out of the body. And if your arms get tired, you can just lower them down. You can shake it off, letting it go. And then we're going to come onto the forehead. We're going to tap the forehead, bringing blood and circulation to the forebrain. And then we'll come onto the temples, and we're just going to rub in little circles on the temples, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Often when we get a headache, this is a natural place that we rub, and this is where we can hold a lot of stress and tension. So just rub and release and let go, and then pause and let the circles go the other way. And same thing, if your arms get tired, you can like just brush the energy down your arms, or you can just lower them and take a break for a minute. Honor your body and how it wants to move. Good. And then we'll tap the nose. We'll tap the cheeks. These are the stomach meridians on the face. And then we'll come onto your gums and teeth, feeling grateful for all that they do, bringing blood and circulation in the lower gums and teeth. And actually above the lip, this is called Cupid's bow. This is a really good point for memory and clarity. So we'll just tap there. Your face, your ears, your hands, and your feet are a microcosm of the whole body. And so when we work on this, you're actually treating your whole body. Good. Now we'll just come to the ears, and we're going to massage the ears. So you're going to pinch and squeeze at the top, and then slowly work your way over, and then all the way down to the earlobe. So the earlobe is the head, and then the side of the ear, this is your back, your legs are up here, and then all your organs are inside here. So you can use your index to get into all the nooks and crannies. I'm pushing with my thumb on the back, and then you can see my ears are turning red. So you're treating the whole body just by massaging your ears. And if it's tender, don't squeeze harder, just be gentle with yourself. Good, and then just shake it off. And then just stroke down one side of the neck. This helps to backwash the fluid down. This calms the vagus nerve. It brings you into a place of relaxation. And then come on to the other side. It's really good for the skin of your neck. When you look at qigong masters, they always look much younger than they are because they know how to move the qi through their body. And come down the center. Good. And then we'll just brush down over the heart, and in Chinese medicine, we even have sounds that go with the organs. So the sound for the heart is ha. So breathe in, and as you breathe out, doing that again, breathe in and breathe out. Good. Now, lung 1 and lung 2 are right in the shoulder's nest, just under the collarbone. So you can tap them here, or if you want to cross your hands and tap like that, you can do that too. So this helps to open us up so we can bring in more breath and inspiration for life. If you've had a cold or you're struggling with your immune system, this helps to boost your immune system. And then I'm just going to lift my arm, and you can even rest it on your head, and I'm just going to karate chop under my armpit. This is heart 1. This is really good. It's called the Prozac point. So if you struggle with depression or heavy energies, this helps to clear that out of the body. And then I'm going to come it to my elbow and I'm just going to stroke down all the way to my hip and off. So this quells the liver chi. So the liver can hold a lot of emotions like anger and jealousy, and that can create too much heat for the heart. So this just helps to calm it down, and the liver meridian runs down the side of the body here. So we'll just lower the hand down and we'll notice how that feels. And then we'll lift the other hand up and we'll do the same thing on this side. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, you're purging. And then just doing that gentle wash down the left side. I'm not mirroring you here. Good. Now we'll just lower the hand down, and this is where we come into stillness. So my hands are resting on my knees, and I just take a moment and I breathe, and I notice how I feel. Bringing a smile to your face, coming down to your belly, filling your belly, and slowly breathing out. Good. Now, after we've moved heavy energies out of the body, the next thing we do in qigong is we do flowing movements. So you move your body and you match your breath to the movement. And one of the first ones that we often do is called ringing the temple bell. So if I was standing, I would be swinging my arms around me. But because we're seated in a chair, I'm just going to modify the form. So let's inhale. We're going to lift our hands up. My elbows are bent. And as you exhale, you're just going to rotate to the side. You can look over your shoulder if that feels good. You inhale back to center, and then we exhale as we go the other way. So this is massaging your organs. It's helping the qi to flow up your spine to your brain. It wakes up the body. You don't need a cup of coffee. You can just do qigong instead. Coming back to center, and if your arms get tired, just lower them down. You can put your hands on your waist and you can just turn that way. Good. And then I'm just going to make gentle fists, and I'm just going to tap on my chest and my lungs. I'm going to tap my belly. Let's see if I can lower this down a little bit so you can see it. I'll back up a bit. And then if you can, lean forward and tap your kidneys going down your back to your buttocks. This just wakes up the body, helps to move heavy energies out. Kidneys hold fear in Chinese medicine, and so we want to release that out of the body. Good. Now just sit and notice how that feels, that twisting and tapping. Good. Now I'm going to lower my arms down by my sides, and I'm going to picture I'm standing on a beach and the waves are behind me. And as I inhale, a wave catches my hands and I float my arms up to my shoulders. The wave passes, the fingers rise, and I exhale as the hands flow back down. So inhaling, they rise up. And exhaling, they flow back down. So this brings the earth energy, the yin energy is flowing up the body. And then as you exhale, it's flowing back down. And these slow, repetitive movements with your breath and your present mind awareness create healing for the body. So go at your pace. If I'm talking, so if I'm going faster or slower than you, you just go at the pace that feels good for you. I'll do one more like that. And then just let the hands come down onto your knees and just breathe and notice how that felt. Notice the sensations in your body. Bring your breath down to your belly, fill and expand, and slowly breathe out. Good. Now the next flow is a lung and heart opener. So the arms are loose at your sides. You're going to inhale as the hands float up to the shoulders. Now turn the palms and you're going to open to the sides like a big T. And then it's a long exhale as the hands float in, palms turn down, and they flow back down. Same thing, if you can only use one arm, just picture that both arms are doing this movement. It's a beautiful inhale. Open your heart to the sky. So qigong is normally done outdoors. In the winter, of course, I'm doing it inside. But the reason we do it outside is there's more energy, and the colors of nature are very healing for you. So we inhale, you can picture a blue sky and the clouds and the birds flying. And we exhale, the hands come back in and flow back down. We'll do one more like that. Good, and then just bring your hands to your knees and rest and nourish your chi, noticing how that felt in your body. Good. Now we'll do a water flow. So I'm going to put the backs of my hands together. I'm going to have them pointed down at my belly. I'm going to inhale. I'm going to lift the hands up to my collarbones. I'm going to open out to the sides and down. This is called the fountain. So inhaling, I'm drawing the yin energy of the earth up my body. And I exhale, it goes out and around. The kidney meridian starts at the bottom of your feet, flows up your inner legs, up either side of your spine to your collarbone. So we're tracing this water path. And if you want, you can even go a little bit higher and imagine the water coming out the crown of your head and out and around. And the water is cleansing and clearing your body, releasing and letting go back to the earth. Keep your eyes on your hands if your mind wanders, and that helps to keep you here. Good, last one. Then we'll bring our hands to our belly, bring our feet together. And the last move is called bamboo in the wind. So we want to bring the energy back down to the belly, and we want to store it in the belly, in the lower dantian. So we just breathe. You can let your body rock and sway, and this allows the chi to go where it needs to go. You let go of the mind controlling, and you let the body do what it wants to do. Feeling your feet connected to the earth and your crown open to the sky. And then we always finish with gratitude. So we bring our hands to prayer hands at heart center. And today we'll do 3 bows. So the first one is to bow to yourself, that you showed up for the practice today. And then you bow to your teachers, past, present, and future. And then you bow to your parents and your ancestors all the way back to the source that is one. Thank you for joining me with today's seated qigong. Have a great day.